Yeah. Hey, this that special sauce. Spill that drip, I wipe it off. $1 million worth of game. Can't feel that I work too hard. Poetry on these songs. What's good? It's your boy Doughboy Diesel back in the Doja Room. Welcome to all my stoners, hippies, hip hop enthusiasts. Please get comfortable. It's another political episode today. To everybody who started listening in around election time, I'm sorry we've been neglecting you. Hip hop has been going on, okay? And to be honest, when it comes down to this current political administration or this current presidential administration, Trump and his style of how he's been approaching this second term, everything that he's been doing is purposely rapid fire. Okay. um the legacy media cannot even keep up with the things that Trump is doing and Trump is accomplishing on a day-to-day basis, just because it's so much so fast. And really, you really got to lock in on a couple of topics or two. If you are going to cover this administration, I figured it's best that you really lock into a couple of topics or two that you may be more versed in or may have a little bit more knowledge in, so that you can deliver the proper facts, because everything that's coming out about this administration and just what they're doing, it's way too much to keep up with, right? So obviously what we're here for today is this recent meeting with Trump and Zelensky in the Oval Office yesterday, which, depending on what side you're on, depending on who you voted for, you're either looking at this as a big W or you're looking at this as a big L. A lot of people on both sides are up in arms today and have a lot to say, and this has been a big conversation. I don't know how I missed this yesterday. Honestly, I didn't see this news until about 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. But better late than never. I'm glad we can have a couple of things, come out in the story to further unfold, so that we can give you guys a full breakdown here today. So let's get into it. Trump and Vance met with Zelensky on yesterday, and the exchange was one for the ages. We're gonna just go ahead and let Uncle Trump start spitting real quick and just give a general reaction, a little bit of a breakdown to my hip hop fans on the hip hop side, to you guys who are usually here for hip hop. Please kick your feet off, roll a blunt. Sit back and try to understand what's going on here. If you don't, you know what I'm saying? I think this is real important for you guys to know, and this is one of the big reasons why I do this on this channel, so you guys on the hip hop aspect of things can also understand the political aspect of things, because they politically, when it comes down to the politics of your country, it pours into everything. You know what I'm saying? It spills over into every aspect of your life, business, and things that you're interested in. So let's get into what happened here with Zelensky. If you're unfamiliar with the Ukrainian war that's going on between Ukraine and Russia, we'll get into a little bit of that as well.
States of America and for the good of the world. I'm aligned with the world, and I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred, and I understand that, but I can tell you the other side is exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done.
So what Trump is explaining here is just basically that, look, I'm trying to get a deal done, but there's people on both sides that hate both of these motherfuckers. There's, most conservatives don't agree with this war, and they don't really like Vladimir Zelensky. on the other hand, as you can see, and as you're gonna see when we start going through some of these meltdown tweets, a lot of people liberal don't like Putin, and we already know that because all of the Russia fear mongering that has been going on for, I don't know, just about all the time that I've been alive. So that's basically what he's breaking down here. Hey, I'm trying to get a deal done, but between these two guys, they hate each other. They have two large, very large, support bases that hate the other side either way. So that's what we're hearing right now.
Done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough, but you're never going to get a deal that way. So that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
Hey, I will respond.
So again, he's saying like I could be tough. I can just throw down the hammer. I can just say, hey, this is what you're gonna do. We're cutting off aid, blah 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 blah. But Trump rather do this civilly, sit down, have our conversations, fire up negotiations, and see what can be done. And it's to my understanding that this meeting today and this meeting yesterday between the two was supposed to Zelensky was supposed to come with some type of plan to negotiate for peace, some type of plan to promote peace within both countries so that talks could ensue, so that negotiations can ensue and there can be a ceasefire. So almost basically what Elon did to a lot of government workers, sending that email out. Hey, what do you do? What are your responsibilities? What are 5 things that you did? Same thing. Hey, Zelensky, come together with a plan, come together with something that's going to say, hey, this is what we need to make this ceasefire possible. And it didn't seem like Zelensky came with that, but let's continue.
So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the president of the United States' words mattered more than the president of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask?
And so what Vance is saying basically is, look, the last administration, these niggas, they sat here beating on their chest like they King Kong. They didn't want to sit down and talk to Vladimir Putin. They didn't want to have this conversation as if he didn't have real concerns. He didn't have real, reasons for stopping this progression of NATO. And if you guys are unfamiliar, way back in 2014, Putin been said, yo, y'all niggas is getting too close with all of these missiles, these armies, and all of this weird shit y'all doing right at my border. Nah, we not having it. And I always use this analogy to say, look, America would never allow Russia to ally with Mexico or Canada and start shipping a couple of missiles over here, because we're gonna be looking over at them like, what, bro, what you need those for? What you need all that over here for? What, hold up, bro, what's going on? So me looking at it like that, I can't sit here and be like, oh nah, this nigga has to be okay with us doing this because he's evil. And people think, and this is the thing about the liberal base in not even just America, but Western society. You guys can't just paint everybody as evil and paint everything black and white. oh, these people are evil. Oh, you said this, you must be evil. Oh, you said this, you must be racist. Oh, you think this, or you like support this person, you must be a fascist. You must be anti-Semitic. Y'all have to paint people as evil. They have to paint you as evil so that they can justify all the fuck shit that they're about to do to you. This is their textbook game plan. Paint you as evil, because when they paint you as evil, when they paint you as some deranged psychopath, when they paint you as a fascist, when they paint you as unqualified, then they then justify all the crazy shit that they do. Just think about it. Just think about what these motherfuckers did with Hunter Biden's laptop, and now how the man got full pardons. Joe Biden was pardoning niggas 20 minutes before Trump got elected. I mean, before Trump got inaugurated. Going back on something that he said he would never do. But then people defended it and was like, well, if Trump can pardon this person and that person, if Trump is going to go after him. No, you guys have to keep that same energy across the board. This is not about, this is not about whataboutisms anymore. This is our hard-earned money going towards causes and things that could be going towards things at home. And we're going to get into a little bit of that as well, but let's let them continue.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact line?
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2015.
2014.
Yeah. So
I was,
he
I
killed.
was not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, the situation the same. The people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
So what Vladimir is trying to run game and say, wait, hey, we tried to call for a ceasefire. We tried to do all of these things. But what they're failing to mention is that Ukraine and all of that time still were pursuing a membership in NATO. They still were trying to become a part of NATO. So they never were following the rule. I mean, why the reason why Zelensky is in the position that he's in right now is because of a coup. And we put him in place. They had a democratically elected person that they put in place, that we came and put Zelensky in place, or whoever the fuck. We fucked with their politics. We started trying to make them a part of NATO, which again, I just explained, being a part of NATO, you're souping them up with these weapons, this protection, and Vladimir Zelensky does not want that at his doorstep. At the end of the day, it is a national security risk for him. So we can't sit here and be like, how, and you're going to see a lot of this argument being made of how can we sit here and defend Russia? Why are these people taking the side of Russia? No, it's being It's being logical. It's being logical with your thought process, bro. I mean, you can't sit here and watch an army organize at your front door and not raise a eyebrow for concern. It just doesn't work like that. This is reality, the world, it just doesn't work like that. And for us to expect someone to just be okay with that, I mean, it's nothing but gaslighting. And what you're seeing right now from Zelensky, it's nothing but gaslighting.
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful.
Yes, but and you are hearing a guy who's willing to let all of his people die to the last man in order for him to, you know, stand on this mountain of pride, this mountain of this whatever it is. But at the end of the day, Ukrainians are dying. These people are dying. Y'all are forcing people onto the front lines. And at the end of the day, if Ukraine falls, Zelensky is going to be put up somewhere. He's not going to be a prisoner of war. He's not going to sit there and die with his people. He's going to be somewhere cozy as a refugee. He's going to be like one of those kings back in the day who just sit in another king's court because they were displaced, waiting and raising, trying to raise an army to go back and take back his home of origin. It just doesn't work that way, bro.
For you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine? Did you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Count once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
Man, Trump said, whoa, hold on, nigga. Now you feeling yourself too much. Don't sit here and talk about how we have nice waters and how we are gonna start to feel. Nigga, Russia is not gonna pressure. Russia still has tanks and artillery from World War II. Russia is a cardboard box. You niggas can't stop Russia. Russia wouldn't dare raise a hand against the United States. And this is why we can feed you weapons in their faces, knowingly feed a proxy war and not face any consequences from Russia for it. Because there's nothing that they can do about it, nigga. We can give you weapons and tell you go handle that. Go handle your business. Go get your get back and sit here like the big dogs that we are, because there's nothing that they can do about it. Because if there's any country on this God-given planet Earth that wants to come see an issue with the United States, it's not going to end well, my nigga. So let me translate for Trump real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me give y'all niggas a hood translation. There ain't a goddamn country on this earth that's about to see us and cause us problems, nigga. So roll that talk back. The only reason why you niggas is still breathing air is because of our hard-earned dollars. I go to work every day for you, nigga. For whatever reason. For whatever reason, I go to work every day and earn hard-earned money for my family and got to split off for Ukrainians who get to come into the Oval Office and start talking like this. Nigga, is you good? Trump said, is you cool? This is Trump is you cool moment. Because yeah, you coming in here talking real spicy, my boy. I don't know where you getting off at talking about we gonna feel something. No, this ain't about us, nigga. This is about you and what you're here for. See, Zelensky would like you to believe that these guys are somehow the first standpoint, the first obstacle for Russia. They're the front lines between when it comes down to the US and Russia. And if they fall, it's only a matter of time if we fall. This is what he's trying to imply. That if they don't get what they want, it's only a matter of time before Russia somehow is at our front door pressuring us. Nigga, are you good? Are you good? This is what he's trying to tell you niggas right now. And what Trump is doing is calling bullshit. Nigga, ain't none of that shit going on, nigga. If anybody in their right mind tries to cross one of these oceans with problems, come on, my boy. We got to be real.
We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly
Remember
what
this.
you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
You
We're going to feel very
you will
good.
Feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very
You
strong.
will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position.
Now he's trying to backpedal and say, no, I'm just saying you're going to feel their influence. No, nigga, that's not what you were implying, bro. That's not what you were implying. Because your tone and what you were saying as if we are, oh yeah, you guys have it nice here, so you don't care with your nice pretty waters and this, that, the third. But brother, you didn't have to. You niggas could have called for a ceasefire long ago and just said that you had no intentions of joining NATO. You were no longer going to pursue joining NATO, but you guys never did that. I don't even think he's done that to this day. And with Trump, that shit is not going to go down. It's just not.
You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards.
Nigga say you playing cards, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? I said you ain't holding the cards. You playing cards right now. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? You in the Oval Office, nigga. What are you here for then? Stop acting like y'all niggas don't know what analogies is, nigga. You feel me? The thing is, you right. Y'all not playing games over there. We holding all the cards, and y'all only playing the cards that we allow, that we give you, nigga. So at the end of the day, my nigga, if Trump is telling you to dead this shit, then it's dead, nigga. It's over. It's donezo. Dead that shit. You in here with all this back talk, nigga. Meanwhile, these niggas got you over here looking like they about to ground you without TV for 5 months. And you just over here taking it. Got Trump and Vance got this nigga looking like a bitch right now. Got him looking like a child. Got them looking like their child, nigga. Chastising him. Reprimanding him. applying pressure to this nigga. Come on, man.
You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, a lot of these countries without U.S. backing, U.S. dollars, it's nothing. They don't last. We defend so many of these fucking countries. Our dollars go into the defense of so many of these countries who can't defend themselves. But these niggas will come in and try to tell us what we're gonna feel if this, if that, if we don't do this, as if they're the first line of defense. Nigga, you're not the first line of defense. Nigga, we are. Are you good, nigga? You are not the first line of defense. Nigga, we are. Without us, nigga, you just fall. You just crumble. Nigga, that's it. Y'all niggas are Charmin soft, nigga. Charmin soft. See, this nigga somehow got it into his head that he is defending his own country. That Ukrainians are keeping this fight going. No, it was you in the past administration, bro. Americans is fighting this war for you. Our dollars, our missiles, our weapons. What is this nigga talking about? Don't let these motherfuckers, and you're going to see a lot of these niggas on Twitter playing themselves and trying to play you. Don't let these niggas come in here and try to play you and act like these niggas are somehow the first. If we don't back them, then Russia just runs rampant. Like, no, they don't. No, they don't. Russia just does what they warned they were going to do if NATO continues to expand into their territories.
You said thank you once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire
today.
meeting, you said thank
Even
you.
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation.
Boy, say you went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the ops. And you come in here talking and asking for aid, nigga. You forgot you was out there with the ops, nigga. We didn't. Nigga, you should be thanking, nigga, Vance said you should be thanking us for even holding this meeting with your ass and not just immediately cutting off funding to your bitch ass, nigga.
For the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country is in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No,
Can
you've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this.
I
You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet.
You haven't been allowed.
We are thankful. We don't give a fuck how thankful you are, nigga. You ain't been showing it. You ain't been showing it, bro. Because at the end of the day, what thankfulness would be is knowing that you bit off more than you can chew. You got too much dip on your chip. Y'all tried it. Now Russia had to stand on business regarding you niggas trying to join NATO. You niggas bombing your own citizens of Russian heritage. Let's not go into the Maidan massacre. So at the end of the day, you guys have to approach this situation realizing that we are already a country that has its own issues. You don't see it as issues, obviously, and that's fine because you think we have quote unquote nice waters and we're just over here living carefree and don't have any issues of our own. But the disrespectful thing to do is to sit here and drag us into your war when we have a homeless population that's been rising. We have programs over here failing. We have so many issues over here that need attention, that we could be giving attention, that this money could be going to over here. Aid one time, okay, cool, whatever. But to continue to be sitting here and writing out billions after billions after billions for I don't know how many years at this point, we got to cut it, bro. We got to fucking cut it. We're not a bank. We're a country. And at the end of the day, we need something for that.
We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion.
You
We
voted
gave
for
you
your
military equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about West?
If you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me.
equipment,
Invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
Trump
have
said-
our military,
Trump pushed that nigga, said, Trump, man, shut up, nigga. Shut your stupid ass up, nigga. Trump is standing on business, bro. I never seen yo, let me say this. If there was a single moment that would make me, and I'm sorry this is his last term, but this moment right here would make me vote for Trump a third time. This is the moment right here that would make me stand and vote for Trump, because he is not just talking this time. He did a lot of talking last time. He didn't get a lot of shit done that he said he was going to get done, but this time he is coming with a vengeance. He came on point, and I'm glad that he had that time off with Joe Biden to come, and his administration is coming with a vengeance. I've never been more proud of my sitting president. Never been. Because this man is standing on business and talking to this man exactly how America wants him to talk to this man. He is approaching this situation exactly how the people that voted for him is expecting him to talk to this man and approach this situation. This is exactly what they voted for. And for the people who's out here gaslighting, oh yeah, the Trump voters are regretting their MAGA is regretting their niggas ain't regretting shit. Niggas are not regretting shit, bro. I'm sorry.
equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course,
It's
yes.
going to be a very hard thing to
Maybe
do
less.
business like this.
Again,
I tell you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of
Except
times
that there, except
to
that,
American people.
except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand.
And that's a fact, Big Trump. But Vance said, and I'm glad that he said it in front of everybody, nigga, you are wrong. You're wrong. And not only of that, they said the past administration is wrong. The people who have propped you up and put you in this position, they're wrong. This should have never happened. This shouldn't be a thing. And we shouldn't have to keep on going into this spending billions and billions of dollars when we have our own debt, bro. We have debt. So we got to be real. We got to keep it all the way 1,000 when it comes down to this situation. And yes, this shit needs to be televised. This is the most transparent president that I've ever seen in my life. And he's letting it all unfold right in front of him. He's letting it all unfold right in front of him.
Yes, sir.
I think it's very
understand.
important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are
I can
dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't please,
you're running
Mr.
low
President.
on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I wanted this. Look,
Only Trump is real enough to sit here and mock a nigga to his face on national TV in front of millions and millions of people. That nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Only Trump is gonna stand on business like this. Only Trump.
if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a
But I
ceasefire.
said to you,
I want a
with
ceasefire
guarantees.
because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That
It
wasn't
doesn't
with
matter for
me.
you what.
That
what
wasn't
is-
with me.
It
That was
wasn't
with
you.
a guy named Biden who was not a smart person.
This
That
is
was
your-
with,
this
that
is
was with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us,
Dude,
you
y'all see this nigga's face, bro? This shit is hilarious, bro. Like, he knows that the gravy train is over. You can look into his face and see that, yeah, bro, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for all of this shit. We were not buying it. The shit that you was been peddling with the last administration for the past 4 years, we're not buying it, bro. You're gonna have to come up with something different. You're gonna have to hit the negotiating table. You're gonna have to call that ceasefire. It's time for us to pivot because we're not gonna continue pouring dollars into you.
don't have any cards.
One more question to Mr. Vice President. I'm sorry.
It's going to be a tough deal to make
Uh,
because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks? What do you do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you saying?
What if
She's asking,
Russia-
what if Russia
Putin
breaks the
breaks
ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now?
But they have
Okay?
broken
What if they
ceasefire.
broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me.
And this is just a translation because a lot of people are probably going to take that and run with it. As far, but at the end of the day, what Trump is basically saying is we can't sit here and be in every country's administration like, oh my God, what if we get attacked? It's not our fucking problem. That's what it's not our issue. It's not our problem to run to everybody's aid. It's not our responsibility. It's our responsibility to push for peace. That's it. It's our responsibility to push for peace. There are plenty of ways peace can happen. And that's between the Ukraine and Russia. But we are taking a stance of stepping back and worrying about America's issues right now. That's what Trump is saying right now, okay?
Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. the 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam, and he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened, but he didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal,
fight it out, go
you're
ahead.
in a much better position. But
Trump is not playing with this nigga. Say if you're gonna fight it out, then you're gonna fight it out. But it's not gonna be with us, nigga. That's it. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't see why people are up in arms about that. If you niggas want to continue to fight, that's fine. If y'all want to continue to fight and let your people die, cool. That's your president's choice. But it's not about to be our responsibility. It's not about to continue to be up to us on the fate of your country. It just doesn't work that way. So if we continue to fund a proxy war that at the end of the day, they have no chance of winning. They just don't. They don't have a chance of winning. They don't have a chance of climbing out of this hole. They don't have a chance of getting this land back or that was annexed. So at the end of the day, what you're asking for, it's not about to happen. So even if you're asking for a ceasefire and you want a ceasefire on these conditions, well, your conditions better be a whole hell of a lot realistic. They better be realistic.
you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think? Huh? This is going to be great television, I will say that. All right. We'll see what we can do about putting it together. Thanks.
Yeah. Trump 100%, like I said, he 100% stood on business when it came down to me, when it came down to what I thought. I think let's go into this part. It says Zelensky war thrown out of the White House. The Ukraine ambassador covers her face in shock while her boss verbally attacks Trump's plus Vance. I don't know about the verbally attack. You got to relax. She knows that it's all over now. No NATO membership, no U.S. security guarantees, no U.S. aid for the EU peacekeeping force, no more U.S. aid. It's going down, and this
is really pretty incredible. We see the
Jackie,
SUV,
hang on with us one
Zelensky's
moment.
SUV.
If you look to your left, you're going to see him. Let's watch.
Mr. President, is the deal off? President Zelensky, can you tell us what happened?
So yeah, it looks like Zelensky leaves the White House after the heated Oval Office meeting and a cancellation of the news conference. So yeah, it doesn't look like that boy is very happy at all, and I think that he knows that it's time for him to hit the drawing board when it comes down to it. Trump even put out this statement afterwards. Let's go to this. He says, we had a very meaningful meeting in the White House today. Much was learned that could never be understood without conversation under such fire and pressure. It's amazing what comes out through emotion. And I have determined that President Zelensky is not ready for peace if America is involved. because he feels our involvement gives him a big advantage in negotiations. I don't want advantage. I want peace. He disrespected the United States of America in its cherished Oval Office. He can come back when he's ready for peace. So at the end of the day, Trump said no more U.S. U.S. backed negotiations. Nigga, you go to the negotiation table now. You want to sit here and tell us what we're doing with our money and how we need to spend it and we don't even know where the fuck the money is going to. We don't even know, half of it isn't even going to you. It's just going to weapons contractors and this person and that. But like, come on, we spending money on bullshit. So at the end of the day, this statement is fire. Let me read that again. President Zelensky is not ready for peace if America is involved because he feels our involvement gives him a big advantage in negotiations. Nigga, you don't have negotiation room, brother. They about to step on you. They about to squash you niggas. So you niggas are either going to call for peace or not. And he told you to your face, if they break the ceasefire, well, then they break the ceasefire, nigga. You landed yourself in this position. This is not up to us. And if you are a follower of this show, you've been listening to me the whole time. This is exactly what I want. Mind our own fucking business. You landed yourself in a series of events that led to this going on and this happening. We didn't do this. So I don't know what exactly you guys who are upset, and let's get into some of the people who are raging, because they're raging on the timeline, all over the timeline. They're raging all over the timeline. It says, JD Vance owes President Zelensky an apology for instigating this fight. He should be banned from being in the same room as President Zelensky during future meetings. Do you agree? It says Zelensky called JD a bitch. Zelensky owes America an apology. So JD Vance is an educated trash. You can take a boy out of the trailer park, but you can't take a trailer park out of the boy. It said Vance has no business even being there. The U.S. doesn't have co-presidents. If you ask me, this is perfect training for JD Vance. At the end of the day, we sent Kamala Harris all around the world talking to presidents and world leaders and dignitaries. So I don't understand why it's a head scratching moment that Vance is sitting in on this. He's the vice president. He's the vice president. This call to activism page has been having a complete meltdown ever since the meeting happened. It says not enough people are talking about this moment that proved yesterday was premeditated and a pre-planned attack. Oh, look, he's dressed up today. Trump literally insulted Zelensky minutes after welcoming him. Who cares, nigga? Like, you call that an insult or not? I mean, the nigga don't never wear a suit. You know what I'm saying? He's always looking like he's in the field, like he's been on the battlefield. You know what I'm saying? But bro, you're not in the field. And like I said, if Ukraine goes down today, you're not gonna be one of the people who are suffering the consequences of this war. or one of the people who are paying with their lives. You're not going to be one of those people. But this person has been having a complete meltdown. Never seen the page before, but ever since then, they've been going crazy. Says Zelensky, have you ever been to the Ukraine to see the problems we have? I've actually seen and watched the stories on fucking TV. Sit down, JD. I mean, why do you have to go to the Ukraine to understand that this is the bottom line? We don't want to continue funding this war. We don't want to continue funding this war. Plain and simple. We're tired of funding this war. We're tired of throwing dollars into something that isn't going to benefit us. It isn't going to give us anything in return. We get nothing out of this. And we're funding a losing war at that. You're not even going to win this. So at the end of the day, what are we supposed to do? Fund a whole an entire another country for the end of time? And then on top of that, you called the nigga a bitch.
You should be thanking the president for trying to bring it into this
Have you
conflict.
ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Count once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a.
So you called him a bitch in Ukrainian, but you niggas is in here asking for aid? Yeah, you did it to yourself, my boy. If this is true, yeah, you did this to yourself, my boy. I don't know if that's what he actually said, but yeah, y'all got to play with something safe. So, like Trump said, y'all got to hit the drawing board. Y'all got to go back, hit the drawing board, and it is what it is. And like I said, depending on what side of the internet you're on, there's been drastically different reactions to this. MAGA, the people who voted for Trump, and the people who were thinking like me, we're ecstatic. This is a standing ovation moment when it comes down to, you know, the president standing on business and doing what he has to do for the American people and America as a whole. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So Tucker Carlson put out a post. He says, would you support President Trump to cut Ukraine funding? Let's see some of these responses here. It says, no, I would not. And if that happens, Ukraine will be overrun in a short period of time. Will that be a nation's security or geopolitical concern for the U.S.? Yes, it will be, because the dictator Putin will have free reign to invade any country at will. So apparently, according to this nigga, if Ukraine falls, then every country is just going to fall after that. It's a wrap for the rest of the world, because God forbid if the all-powerful Ukrainian military can't stand up to Vladimir Putin, it spells the end to the rest of us. Okay, bro. This says, where's Europe and when do they care about the Ukraine? As long as we sucker up the funding for a war we don't want, they sit and just watch. It's their content. It's their continent. Let them defend it. I feel you, man. I feel you, Michael. I feel you. No. And most of your audience is pro Putin or Trump. So why would you expect anything different? Again, calling the facts for what it is not having a pro Putin stance. You being like, you understanding Putin taking the stance that he's taken A broken clock can be right twice a day. At the end of the day, it's just one of those, you know, no-brainers to where it's just like, well, of course the world leader is not going to let armies and missiles form at his front door, or of course he's not going to allow that. So why are you trying to do it? Why is that something you're trying to do? It's just common sense. We wouldn't allow it. Why should we expect someone else? It doesn't matter if we like them or not. It doesn't matter if they're a dictator or not. It doesn't matter if they are fascist, this, that, every name in the book that you guys can think of. It does not matter. No country is going to allow this to happen to them. If you just break it down to these simple terms, it's why do you people expect them to just roll over and let America and NATO and the EU do whatever the fuck they want around them? My thing is, if you guys are going to take Vladimir Putin down or run your big ones on him, do it in a smarter way, at least. But don't do it in a way that's clearly only putting money into the hands of the military industrial complex. It's only putting money into the corrupt government of the Ukraine and Zelensky, probably just personally enriching himself. I mean, we're sending billions of dollars that we have no oversight over. So we got to be realistic with this, okay? Next guy, Rob says, yes, Zelensky must have said security guarantees 100 times during Brett's interview. Part one is to begin to pay back the U.S. by agreeing to the rare earth mineral mining deal. Then move to part two. Zelensky demands that security guarantees are in the deal. He's an idiot. There is no these security guarantees and shit like that he's asking for. You're not getting these annexed part of the country back. You're fucked. You're fucked, bro. It's time for Zelensky to realize. I hope he woke up today and realized, brother, you're fucked. Get to the negotiating table, put together a package together, do what you have to do because you are fucked, bro. This says not even a question. The answer is we have no business giving money to the Ukraine. Yes, cut him off and leave NATO. The war cannot continue without the financial support of the US. Cut it all off from both ends. Zelensky can join the new NATO that will have as much potency as a neutered male. Then let them squabble amongst themselves. Let's see. It says Russia wants peace, and so does the U.S. There are only 3 elephants at this dance, and that is the U.S., Russia, and China. The rest of them are just rats scurrying around trying to create mischief. Goddamn, mic drop. Man, she cooked on that one. Yes, Ukraine is never going to win. If Russia and China already made a deal, Google Earth, and you will understand the easy logistics between Russia and China. So if Ukraine falls, who gets all the money we sent? Says yes, he took advantage of the press being there. If he was a man, he would have asked to speak to Trump behind closed doors, but he didn't. I can't comment, not American, but I've seen such pro-Russian and anti-Ukraine by the world's most influential leaders. This isn't pro-Russia And I mean, if you want to call it that, then fine. But this isn't a pro Russia. This is just calling a spade a spade. This is just calling a spade a spade. And at the end of the day, it is what it is when it comes down to this situation, because we can't expect to keep on sending billions to a war that's not going to even be won. Like, what are we doing? What's the goal here? That's what we got to start asking ourselves. What is the goal? Are we going to force Russia to do something? Are you like, what's the goal here? Like, there's no point in that. Yes, this war is a waste of time. I don't think Zelensky wants peace. He likes being the big wheels in the Ukraine. And on top of that, yes, with this and with Zelensky calling martial law, which means that basically the country's at law, they can't hold elections, and he gets to be the president for as long as this shit just gets drawn out. He continues to be Ukraine's leader for as long as I don't know how much. It's time for him to step down, them to hold elections, them to get somebody else in power who is going to, do the right things and drive their country in the right direction. That's up for them to handle, though. Yes, you can't just do it. Yes, you just can't do it soon enough. That man threatened the United States with the ocean comment. Good job, President Trump and JD Vance. Just let Putin blow him off the map. Yes, and demand a refund to the American taxpayers. Yeah, we're going to need something. We're going to need something. They're going to have to come up off of something after all the money that we spent. Agree to that rare mining deal. We're going to need the minerals. And at this point, I don't even think they're in a space to really negotiate that. But yeah, go ahead and agree to the deal. We need that. We need something for all the money that we sent. Yeah, we're gonna have to see something from that. But yeah, as you can see, the sentiment is polarizing. He asked another question: Had President Trump has officially halted all weapon shipments to Ukraine? He says, does Trump have your full support on this? Pretty much the same rhetoric. Says, yes, Zelensky does not want peace. Use the money for something that benefits the American people. I don't get why all these countries in their last radical administration kept feeding money into money and weapons to this guy. They're treating him like he's our last line of defense against Russia. I just said that. After Zelensky threatened JD, Trump and my country, my leaders have my full support and patriotism. He says, I support almost everything Trump's team has been doing, especially in the USA, but not only the policy regarding Ukraine. This says, yes, if he won't agree to a ceasefire, then he can cease fire for a lack of ammo. I mean, mic drop. It's another mic drop. This says, yes, to keep sending weapons to Ukraine prolongs the war and more soldiers on both sides will die. It's already a disaster and a tragedy of epic proportions. Our CIA should have never been allowed to meddle in Ukraine years ago. Their actions kept poking Putin in the eye until they provoked a war, which the military-industrial complex was happy to have because the huge amount of money they could make, and they are making. I mean, billions of dollars, half of that is going to them. It says, it's about time. Nothing else needs to be sent. Zelensky does not want peace. He can't play the victim and make tons of money if we have peace. Cut him off. If Ukraine picks a new leader, then we reopen talks. If not, hit the road. It says, yes, president has my full support. Yes, this little pipsqueak thought all he had to do was demand. Like Biden, who who he said would keep sending for as long as it takes. Notice we have a new sheriff in town. Says, yes, we should have done this long time ago. Zelensky never wanted to end the war because he has gained power, money, and fame for it for years. If the war ends, he will be left with nothing. He is such a selfish person who only thinks about himself, not his people or his country. Well said. Let's translate this just to see what they're thinking about in another ethnicity. It says, oh, on this, no. Until bombings cease, it must help Europe. Not helping Ukraine means not helping Europe. At least until the bombings cease. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know if you was cooking. You got to hit the drawing board again. But yeah, as you can see, they're not letting up when it comes down to what's being said now. And you see, so many people have this. Like I said, it's been such a polarizing message. It comes down to how people feel about it, but. Actually, let's say it. This says during Trump's first term, they said the proxy wars were bad. They said endless wars were bad. They said Trump was going to start World War III. During Trump's second term, they were angry that Trump is trying to end a proxy war, end an endless war, and avoid a starting World War III. This is verbatim. Because as you can see, even Biden said that he's willing to fund this war for as long as it takes. So let's get into this short video real quick.
Well, we were on the brink of World War III because Donald Trump took the worst possible option given to him in a slideshow.
In this country, we have begun to overestimate the dangers of impeachment and underestimate the dangers of a deranged president retaining control over a nuclear hyperpower.
We cannot wait around while Donald Trump is in control of the nuclear weapon.
Your objection to potentially going into World War III cannot be procedural.
The biggest danger of the Trump presidency is that we are always just a Trump whim away from nuclear war.
They say it's World War III, but I'm looking out my window. It's very quiet in those smoking craters out there.
Has to be told that it's his job to avoid World War III.
One Democratic congressman sent me a note this evening and say this president wants this war.
A future administration needs to find a way to put an end to the forever wars.
And new normal, and the new normal is forever war.
But there's a big difference between ending the forever wars, which he wants to do responsibly, and what seems to be President Trump's rather itchy Twitter finger.
The objective needs to be to end the forever wars.
If Congress does not want to go to war, now is the time to start putting restraints on this president. And again, they've been giving him green lights all the way.
Maybe it's because we're going to take on the military industrial complex and end endless wars.
Every American needs to wake up to the shenanigans of the military-industrial complex and how much hundreds of billions of dollars are spent only because of short-term profit maximization for military defense contractors as opposed to America's legitimate security needs.
It's long past time we end the forever wars.
All of this, though, risks more of a proxy war than I think we're going to have a stomach for.
And ending our forever wars so that we can better serve our constituents at home.
When it comes to unlimited war, we seem to be able to invent that money very easily.
And these are all people who voted yes to continue funding, to send funding to Ukraine. These are all people who are condemning Trump today for his actions and the stance that he took and how he stood on business. These are all the people, and they are now today voting to continue a endless war, as Joe Biden puts it. We know it's an endless war. We know this shit is. What is the point? That nigga said he was going to continue funding it for as long as it takes. As long as it takes, bro. Come on. We got to be real. Okay? The shit is getting out of hand, and yeah, as long as it takes is crazy. So yeah, this is just a standing ovation to Trump. I mean, again, you handled that nigga. You handled that man's. And yeah, at the end of the day, it couldn't have been done better. It couldn't have been done better. And I really think that it's time that we took this stance. And you don't usually get a representative or a president that's going to attack these situations exactly the way that you want them, or maybe that you would attack it yourself. So I gotta tip my hat off, and I gotta give my credit where credit is due. And when it's time to call these niggas out, we'll call them out. But as far as what we watched from Trump and JD Vance, it makes me extremely confident in the things that they're doing and the things that they're trying to do. And it only makes me question the people that are questioning them, and the actions that they're taking and the things that they're doing. It makes me seriously question them. So with that being said, my hats off to Trump. Hats off to Trump. You're doing your damn thing, brother. And I hope that you continue on this path of fighting for the things that you campaigned on. He's not doing anything. And this is the thing for all of these people who continue to tout this BS about people, people regretting their decision on who they're going to vote for, who they voted for. People knew exactly what they're voting for. And with him delivering, with Trump delivering exactly how he said he was going to deliver, it only makes me realize more and more that this is just a narrative that you niggas is pushing. And it's sad. It's very sad, but it's just a narrative that you niggas are pushing. You tried it. You ran your big ones, but it didn't work. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic. All right, I hope y'all still rocking with me. That was just a little political talk. We haven't talked our political, gotten political in here in a little minute. So and when I seen that was a moment that I was very proud of. So we had to get down to that. But I'm definitely going to keep my ears to the streets. And this is, like I said, just a topic that I'm a little bit more knowledgeable about when it comes down to the Ukraine and our history in dealing with them, NATO and Russia. It's something that I've just invested a little bit of time in, a little bit more time in researching. And, it's been something that's been going on for the past couple of years. So it's a little bit easier to keep up with than the rapid fire stories that come out every day, because at the end of the day, I am covering all of this stuff myself, putting out articles and doing all these things myself. So with that being said, I got to pace myself. Okay. So let's move on to our next topic, which sparked a interesting conversation. Not a new conversation, but an interesting conversation nonetheless, because a lot of people had much to say about this, and I want to give my 2 cents here on the topic as well. So let's get into this young lady's statement. I think her name is Ashay. I hope it ain't Ashy. I'm guessing it's Ashay. We're gonna go with that. Okay. So let's let her spit real quick and see what she has to say, and then we're gonna react.
Rant real quick. Video game culture is toxic. I've been playing Marvel Rivals a lot lately. I am obsessed with this game. I have been insulted, called everything but a child of God. I have been told that I need to be in the kitchen and I need to be cooking and stop playing games, which is crazy because if you said that to me in person, I'll go in the kitchen and cook, but just don't be surprised if there's something in that food that you may not want to eat. It's annoying being a woman and having on voice chat and you're being insulted and told all of these things and you're being harassed. It's so annoying. And this is something that I am fairly new to. I understand that this has always been around. This dates all the way back to the Call of Duty days. I am well aware of that. I shouldn't have to cut off my voice chat in order to please other people. And if we're playing a team-based game, we have to talk to each other and we have to collaborate. And something I have noticed is that these team-based games attract the worst type of people. It's a bunch of low vibrational, low emotionally intelligent people that get on this game and call you anything. And what gets me is like, I don't want to have to mute because I feel like I'm letting people win. But at the same time, your girl wants to protect her peace. Okay? That's all I wanted to say about gaming culture, y'all. In rant.
Okay. So she gave her 2 cents on gaming culture, and this is a little bit of an ongoing conversation that we've been having here in the Doja Room, because obviously we had this conversation when it came down to ACT and, you know, his remarks regarding the 15-year-old. You know, at the end of the day, you niggas don't have to be here. Let me just say it bluntly. You know, you're a very beautiful person and things like that, but you don't have to be here. She says, "Oh, I shouldn't have to mute my I shouldn't have to cut off my mic. I shouldn't have to mute." Ma'am, that's what it's for. Okay? If you can't handle the heat, that's for you to get the fuck out the kitchen and continue to enjoy the game. Okay? At the end of the day, there's a lot of things with gaming culture that might not be politically correct, but it's not for you women to come in to the space with your grifting asses. I'm sorry, but I had to go on to her page and I had to say, who's saying this? And as soon as you look and you scroll into this stuff, you got to ask yourself, well, damn, this is Twitter. Where's the goddamn gaming content? Playing Marvel Rivals live now. Look at this shit. Look. Live now. No clips of her gaming. No clips of her. Oh yeah, here we go. You can get clips, but you'll get this. And now she's grifting on Marvel Rivals because this is the most popular game out right now and everybody's playing it and yada yada. But at the end of the day, shorty, you here for a certain type of audience. You're here for a certain type of thing. Okay? You here for a certain purpose. Cool. And that's cool. If this is how you want to run your business, if this is how you want to get your dollars up, get your coins in, that's cool. But y'all are not going to sit here and come into these spaces, these male-dominated spaces, and feel like you want to revolutionize it when you're not even here for the genuine love of gaming culture for what it is and what it has always been, which is men culture, male culture. So y'all got to stop coming into these spaces when y'all are grifters. Y'all are coming in here to gather up all of these fucking simps and all the little female gamers who play one game and you never see, like come on, like, yeah, like stop. Like you here for you here for a purpose. You're not here for gaming. This is a means to an end for you. And if it's a means to an end for you, that's cool. A lot of people are coming up in the YouTube world, Twitch, in business, a lot of people build great things in businesses and in products and as a means to an end. But don't come in here trying to revolutionize and change the people who have a genuine love for this culture, a genuine love for what we have built this and grown this to be. If you don't like this shit, get the fuck out. It's only that simple. It's only that simple. Now you got all of this certain type of people on, the people who are gonna be on the left and they're gonna grift and they're gonna, oh my God, I shouldn't have to, and I'm a man, and even I shouldn't have to hear these fucking blah 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 blah. I think I even seen this shit. Just mute or block dudes like that. Bet you didn't want to do that so you could post this and get attention. I'm dead. And here you are giving me the very attention you complaining about me getting. Thank you. This one was good. This says, either embrace it or find another hobby. It won't change. Welcome to the competitive environment where nothing is off the table in terms of insults. Either grow tough skin and trash talk back or get out. I can tell a lot of you never been in COD lobbies back in the mid era of the Xbox 360 and PS3. Nothing will ever compare to that. That stuff said today. So let's get back to it. That's so weak. People who talk like they do would get laid out in real life. It's almost hilarious. Mental illness is rife. This says, as a woman that played COD back in the day, you either dish it back, let your score do the talking, mute, ignore it, and move on. I made some awesome friends roasting each other. And at the end of the day, if you start roasting back, you let your game do the talking, you let your score, nigga, you are going to get that respect from those same people back tenfold. It might be one nigga that's still salty because you whooped his ass, but y'all gotta if you don't understand the culture, it ain't up to you to be over here bitching and complaining about it. You just don't understand it. So step aside, go and this is what private lobbies are for. Do a private lobby, invite all your friends, all of these simps that follow you, make a private lobby with all your simp followers, and y'all can have a happy, like, I don't understand why these big creators, because she could do this. You could do this, ma'am. Make a private lobby. All of these simps that are following you, singing your praises, sucking you off, make a private lobby, and I promise you, niggas will just be sitting in there giving you compliments. Everybody that falls for your gimmick, that you're here and act like you're here because you're a real gamer chick. Like, bitch, please, like, stop it. Stop it. Make that private lobby. You and all the simps hop up in there, nigga. You won't hear nothing but niggas showering you with praise and kissing your ass, because that's what you want, right? That's what you want. So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. It'll be very simple to do. Say y'all be in your feelings over it. Of course it won't change because of garbage posts like this. She's not asking for y'all niggas to lick her feet. She just wants to play a fucking game without being barked on for no reason. How is that so hard? I was in them COD lobbies. I get it, bro. She would never survive in a 2007 COD or Halo 3 lobby back in the 360 era. I'm guessing I'm filling in words here. If she felt hurt by Marvel, god damn, you can't take. Xbox Live on 360 has zero chill. A lot of these people wouldn't make it back then. Feels weird saying back then for 360. Man, where does the time go? Yeah. Wonder how she feels when she watches a sports game and the athletes are calling each other gay slurs. Does she want to ban such language too in that realm of competition? Says, dude, back then, there were some merciless motherfuckers in the chat. And when you kill yourself, I'm gonna make your mom my bitch. Damn, bro dropped the quotable. Oh my god! I mean, it was crazy. Like I said, I think I already gave this story, but you know, when Trayvon Martin died, there was so many people trolling that situation. If you was gaming, if you was playing GTA, or if you was playing GTA, or if you was playing Call of Duty or Black Ops, whatever the fuck we was playing back then, but if you were in those lobbies, you were seeing all types of fuckery. You were seeing all types of fuckery. All kinds. So, you know, I mean, this shit is like, it's par for the course. And you don't have to turn your mic off and do all of this extra shit, and you don't have to. Like I said, the best thing for you to do is make a lobby, make a private lobby, send the same message that you sending out and you putting out on the internet with you scantily clad, or either you showing your ass, showing how thick you are, whatever, because you're a grifter in this space. So make a message like that says, hey, I'm hosting a private lobby because I don't want to have trolls and, you know, racial slurs and general gaming culture in my space, or in my ear. So I'm going to invite only my simp ass fans to come in and only shower me with compliments and gifts and money and whatever else. So we'll just do that. And I think that's what she should do from now on, since she has such an issue in lobbies. I'm not gonna. The people that come in and say these things or have these crazy ass takes, first of all, they're rare and they're few and in between. You're getting all of this because you're on a popular game, and at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, there's a lot of people who are not even of age, just, you know, they're not even adults half the time. They're not adults. So half of the people that these guys who be trying to revolutionize the entire space, it be kids that they be listening to and being trolled by half the time. And that goes for everybody who be getting mad at these trolls on the internet. Half of these niggas are kids. So you know, at the end of the day, y'all gotta grow thicker skin. It's like the post said, grow thicker skin, let your score do the talking, and mute up. Cause niggas can talk that shit, but if you kicking their ass, or if you straight whooping ass, then I mean, what else can niggas say? There's only so much shit you can talk. So y'all got to stop coming into the culture and coming into these spaces and basically trying to you know, dictate what men should act like and do when this is our space. It's one of our few safe spaces left. So that we can talk our shit and we can be toxic and we can say whatever the fuck. So save your post. We don't want to see this shit. Just put out that invitation to the Sims. They will come in droves. They will come in droves. They'll shower you with gifts, praise, and whatever the fuck else you're looking for when you're playing video games. I don't know why these women come into these spaces and want to be coddled everywhere they go. So let's move on to the next topic. I got some more in the chamber. I do got some more in the chamber. Oh yeah. Drake, can't forget about the boy. Let's get into some of that and what has been going on with his case. Ooh, gotta have the peach mango on deck at all times. We've been spitting for a while here. So, all right. So the boy OVO docket, or the girl, whoever is running this shit, we had some updates from Drake's legal team and iHeartRadio regarding their settlement, it would seem. So it says Drake's legal team released this statement to the Associated Press regarding iHeartMedia. We're pleased that the parties were able to reach a settlement satisfactory to both sides and have no further comment on this matter. It says iHeartMedia declined the Associated Press request for comment. UMG did not respond to the Associated Press for a request for comment. So, in other words, iHeartMedia folded. I am doing an article on this, so be looking out for that. So just so that I can fill in some of the gaps of what's really going on, you can follow me here on X. That's at Dope Boy Diesel. Yeah, this is interesting, and you know, if you're Drake and if you're following this whole thing, then this has to be something that, you know, it probably makes you a little bit more confident in what you're doing as far as going up against UMG. I didn't even remember iHeartMedia being included into this lawsuit, but apparently they were, or are, or maybe it was something separate. But with them already going through their issues of, you know, being questioned about payola through the Trump administration, who's just been coming down on everybody. And we probably can actually find a little bit more information on that. Let's see if we can find some more information on that, because it has to make you a little bit more confident that, you know, what's going on in the direction that Drake is pushing in. You start to think, okay, he might be on to something. Okay, he might be cooking. So let me see. I really want to find something that will really break down as far as what's going on with Trump and iHeart, because iHeart is I believe that includes like the Breakfast Club and a couple of other places, you know, as far as when it comes down to their scams for payola. And if it has to do with Not Like Us, then, you know, I mean, this shit might be a little bit on right on the nose of what Trump or what Drake has been saying. Right on the nose. Let's see. This says Drake has reached a settlement with Texas-based iHeartMedia ongoing legal dispute over Kendrick Lamar's song "Not Like Us" via court records. Drake still going after UMG for getting radio play for "Not Like Us." Drake doesn't like that the song says he's a sex offender engaging in pedophilic acts, harboring sex offenders, and committing other criminal sexual acts. And here we have a little article. This is what I was looking for. So Houston says Drake has reached a settlement with Texas-based iHeartMedia. It's ongoing legal dispute for the Not Like Us track. In November, Drake filed a legal petition in Baxter County, Texas, where San Antonio is located, alleging that iHeartMedia had received illegal payments from Universal Music Group to boost radio airplay for Not Like Us. UMG is the parent record label for both Drake and Lamar. The petition, precursor to the potential lawsuit, had sought a disposition from corporate representatives of both companies. In a court document filed Thursday, attorneys for Drake said that the rapper and iHeartMedia had reached an amicable resolution of the dispute, but did not offer any information. We are pleased that the parties were able to reach a settlement satisfactory to both sides and have no further comment on this matter, Drake's legal team said in a statement. In an email Friday, iHeartMedia declined comment on the settlement. The claims against UMG remain active, and a hearing on a motion by UMG's lawyers to dismiss the petition was scheduled to be held Wednesday in a San Antonio courtroom. Drake has alleged UMG engaged in irregular and inappropriate business practices to get radio airplay for Not Like Us. The petition also alleges that UMG knew the song itself, as well as its accompanying album art and music video, attacked the character of another one of UMG's most prominent artists. Drake by falsely accusing him of being a sex offender, engaging in pedophilic acts, harboring sex offenders, and committing other criminal sexual acts. An email to UMG representative seeking a comment was not immediately answered. In January, Drake filed a defamation lawsuit in federal court in New York City against UMG over what he alleges are false allegations of pedophilia made in a Not Like Us and Not Like Us. Lamar is not named in the lawsuit. The feud between Drake and 38-year-old Canadian rapper, a 38-year-old Canadian rapper and singer, and 5-time Grammy Award winner, and Lamar, a 37-year-old Pulitzer Prize winner who headlined the Super Bowl halftime show at February 9th, is among the biggest in hip-hop in recent years. The Federal Communications Commission sent a letter Monday to iHeartMedia CEO Chairman Robert Pittman saying the commission is looking into whether the audio company is forcing musicians to perform at its May country music festivals in Austin for reduced pay in exchange for favorable airplay of their songs on iHeart radio stations. We look forward to demonstrating the commission how performing at the iHeart County Festival or declining to do so has no bearing on our station's airplay, iHeartMedia said in its statement. We do not make any overt or covert agreements about airplay with artists performing at our venues. But yeah, and that is what's going on with that. I mean, I think it's real important that Drake and his legal team take this and say, hey, we settled here. We're on to something. There's obviously something to hide, and obviously I don't need to say that, and that's something that they most likely will do. So I'm looking forward to seeing why. Well, this is most likely also why UMG might have been pressing to dismiss this case, so that they could not have to have this also be a thing. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting. And as I said a couple of months ago, this is something that's just going to continue to unfold. We would be remiss to say that the Kendrick and Drake beef is over when we are still having such a dispute. But it also makes you, at the end of the day, if Drake is trying to use Not Like Us as a way to get his full amount due, most people are not going to see this play. Most people are not going to see what he's doing as far as, okay, I got these niggas. He dropped a song like this. You guys promoted it. Y'all giving it a little extra juice. Yeah, this is perfect. UMG created the perfect storm for Drake to go ahead and, do what he's doing right now. And if they even thought about negotiating something anywhere less than what they're supposed to give him, well, if they think because public perception is going to be on their side for, at the immediate reaction of it, they have a good point. A lot of people didn't see this move for what it was, but I think more and more people are starting to see that this move, and even a lot of people behind the scenes are kind of starting to shift their tune and how they're seeing some of this stuff, because you're starting to see a lot of people being like, oh, okay, this song is getting a lot of, there's a lot of weird shit going on. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of weird random shit going on here. I'm not going to say that, they're not doing something. There's not something going on. And we're seeing that from prominent figures amongst hip hop. So I think Drake is on to something. I think if, like I said in a previous episode, if he believes full-heartedly with his life that this is something that he is going to put his full effort behind and he's really serious about, then by all means, he has the support of his fans. And that's all it really takes. And, in time, people are going to see what this fight is about and what he's doing. And the conversation is most definitely going to shift. Not only when it comes down to this beef, but when it comes down to hip hop as a whole and how these, labels handle these artists going on in the future. Will he change the way rap beefs are handled in the future? I doubt it. I doubt it. Maybe he changes how it's handled on the higher scale of rap, but we have drill music. And people like that and the people who listen and entertain drill music don't give a fuck about none of that, red tape. They don't give a fuck about none of that, they don't give a fuck about none of that. So they're gonna approach the beef exactly how they want to approach the beef and say what they want to say. And that's truly how I think. Drake only affects how beef might go, and this is a might. He only affects how beef is handled on that level of a Kendrick Lamar and a Drake, which very few are ever going to reach in the first place. So, shouts to Drake. I hope he continues to do his thing and push for the culture. And I don't think this is a move just for him, because Drake himself has proven time and time again that he's a selfless artist and he's willing to sacrifice himself, and sacrifice his talents, sacrifice his fame, and share that with people that you don't even know anything about. He's been doing it since the beginning, and it seems that's something that he's going to continue to do. So I don't buy that he's doing this just for his benefit. I think this is something that he's using to benefit his situation further, as far as something that he was already pursuing. But it is a fight for not just himself. So I think he's handling it as such. So moving on to the next topic. Kai Cenat made a statement that I can't help but agree with, because I know that when it comes down to demographics and how a lot of us grew up, and people that we watched, it can be drastically different. And so some of these statements can be very polarizing and stuff like that. But Kai Cenat, let's just let him cook, and then we'll give our 2 cents on the matter and see what he says.
This may be an L tape, and I apologize in advance, but I couldn't see how niggas got into Pewdiepie. I'm sorry.
Nah, I agree. I feel like I didn't watch him. When I looked into him,
I'll be honest. That might be an L tape though.
This is low as fuck.
I apologize in advance, but I couldn't see how niggas got into Pewdiepie. I'm sorry.
Nah, I agree. I feel like I didn't watch him. When I looked into him,
I'll be honest. That might be an L tape though. You feel me?
It be like that sometimes, but everybody's not for everybody, because some niggas might say that about you.
Not facts.
It be like that.
Not for me personally though. I don't know.
Yeah. So if you didn't hear what he said, because the audio is kind of low on that. It was low the first time I heard it in the first place. But if you didn't hear what he said, I don't know how people got into Pewdiepie growing up back in the day. Because he used to, as everybody knows, he was the biggest YouTuber back in the day. This nigga cracked I think he was the first to crack I don't know what, like 10 million subscribers. He had a fuck ton of subscribers. Like he was Mr. Beast before Mr. Beast and all of these other niggas who came after him. Like he was the original king of YouTube. But I gotta agree with Kai when he says like a lot of niggas, maybe it's a lot of kids who, you know, were black or I don't want to just say it was black kids, but I don't know. I don't feel like a lot of us really grew up with the whole PewDiePie thing. I grew up when I came up. I mean, I was watching Dash EXP. I was watching Teep and Dell. I was watching, you know, the prank and reaction channels, the Fousey Tubes of the world. Shit, a lot of these niggas don't even do the pranks and shit anymore, and a lot of these niggas then got like exposed for doing fake pranks and shit now. But I was watching all of that shit. Like that's the shit that we was watching. I wasn't watching PewDiePie, bro. Like I don't know. A lot of that shit was weird. It just wasn't my. I don't know. It didn't really get me. But he had the you know, the quote unquote biggest YouTube following. He had the most subscribers of anybody in YouTube for a very long time. Like he was that guy. So yeah, it really sparked a crazy debate amongst people, and I think it's pretty interesting to see that, you know, a lot of people didn't really subscribe to the same things. Like, and it's interesting to see what kind of group you fall in, because I guess a lot of people grew up watching some of the same groups of people, but PewDiePie wasn't one of them. I don't know. I might have watched a video or two here or there. Maybe he was playing a game that I, you know, wanted to get into, or he was doing a little, you know, whatever he did. But I really didn't watch his content like that. This thing says, crazy how people can't have an opinion, have nothing but a bunch of PewDiePie dick riders in the comments. I grew up watching the OGs like Multiplier, Corey, and Jack. What? Jack? I don't know whose name that is. I didn't watch that shit. To me, PewDiePie was not on their level. He was boring as fuck. It says Kai is 100 times more annoying and unwatchable than PewDiePie. All he does is scream and run around like a little kid. It says never watched him, but Kai probably saying this because PewDiePie said the N-word and his insecure ass got offended. Otherwise, he would also talk shit about Mr. Beast, but now he just likes glazing him for the money and views. Okay. These new gens will never understand how good PewDiePie was. He said, been online since AOL days. Damn, Jesus Christ, relax. We all been there. And this is the first time I've heard of PewDiePie. W take. I'm dead. I don't understand how people watch Kai Cenat. It says typical liberal trying to cancel PewDiePie. Kai Cenat needs to focus on his own content instead of bashing others. It says PewDiePie was more genuine and himself often, unlike Kai, who has to be in role all times. I don't feel like that. I think a lot of people, these people trying to get on Kai's case, they definitely don't really understand what they're saying. Like, y'all, a lot of y'all niggas is chatting. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of y'all niggas is chatting. I said it here. I watched that. Oh, my boy Shane Dawson too. I watched Dashy. My boy Shane Dawson. My boy used to do the Shanae videos back in the day. Like, come on, like y'all can't act like y'all didn't used to watch the Shane Dawson with the Shanae video. Shane Dawson had a crazy following too. Shane Dawson had a crazy following too. Hold up, man. Y'all not hearing me right. Yo, Shane Dawson. Shane Dawson used to have the crazy videos. I think he deleted shit. Come on, look at the quality.
Welcome to Crack Donald's. What the fuck do you want?
Nigga said, welcome to Crack Donald's. Come on, man. Nigga, come on, man. Yeah, Shane Dawson used to be I used to be dying at these videos. I was not watching PewDiePie though. I was watching this.
I can't hear you. Hello? Is you telling secrets or ordering food? Because all I be hearing is whispers. Hello? Damn, trying to turn me into Helen Keller? Shit. Sorry. Hold up, let me answer my phone. Oh wait, that's my ears ringing. What's good? That is a good ass question. Hold up. Enrique, what the fuck is that smell? Ooh, you better put that shit away. No, not up in here, no. You know I got La Migra on speed dial and I ain't afraid to use it. Whew. Sorry about that. We got some dirty ass people that work up in here. Woo. So what did you want?
How's the fish sandwich?
Yeah, it's good if you like your food to smell like a stanky ass pussy.
Okay,
Come on, man. Like Shane Dawson used to be giving it up. I ain't gonna hold you. I was tuning in every time homie dropped a video. Come on.
No, girl, I'm not busy. I'm just at work. What's going on?
He had to delete all of this shit.
You're in his house right now? You classy. Exactly. March your ass out of there and slap his ass in the face. Okay? All right, I love you, Mom. Have fun. Bye. So, what you want?
I don't think I'm hungry.
You sure? The food is good. I mean, unless you come in on Saturdays when Larry's working. Well, his real name ain't Larry. It's Guanlajega, but we call him Larry to fool immigration. You know, we're all about equal opportunity up in here. No discrimination.
Ma'am? Can I have an application?
To work here? This ain't no 1950s roller diner, boo-boo. We can't have you rolling around breaking bitches' toes. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to leave Hot Wheels.
Nah, come on, son. Shane Dawson used to be giving it up. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people would call this content nowadays distasteful. You know what I mean? They couldn't get away. I mean, look, this shit 15 years ago. Come on. We talking 15 years. God damn. All right, let me stop saying that. But yeah, this was a throwback. Like, I don't know. I wasn't watching PewDiePie. I was watching this. We was watching the Dashy XP. Come on. Y'all know that real ones know Dashy XP too.
Yo, what up, Melina?
All he do is gaming content now, but y'all the real ones know the Dashy XP.
Baby girl.
What the fuck is your ugly ass doing in my room?
The Mortal Kombat videos and shit. I was trying to laugh. I mean, a lot of niggas was probably watching PewDiePie and shit like that. I mean, I don't even watch Castanet too much. I watch him when he might have somebody, you know, pretty interesting on every now and then, but I can understand what he's saying. And there was nobody that I knew who's watching PewDiePie. Not me, not my brothers, not my friends. Nobody. You know, we wasn't watching that shit. So maybe it was just a demographic thing.
Hey, no, you really gonna do me like that, Melina?
We was watching classics like
this.
this.
Give you a gift. All right, look,
feel me? And then come on, you can't forget
With
about
hotels and vacation rentals, Booking.com has something for
got
everyone.
some real classics in the vault. This shit only got this only have 100 million views right now.
Who the fuck knocking at my door early in the morning?
The Barney videos, man. The Barney videos, yo, you gotta be a real one to know about this, bro. You gotta be a real YouTube veteran to know about the Barney videos. Like, come on. I'm telling you right now that this shit was classic. I'm talking, we used to watch this shit damn near every day and be dying.
Barney, look, you got a lot of heat on you right now, and I'm not, trying to bring that negativity to my place. I got a lot of things popping off right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a Marvel vs. Capcom 3 tournament coming up. I'm getting real nice with Dante. So, look, you know what I'm saying? So, like real quick, like, what do you need so you could be, on your way? So, what's up?
I need a place to stay. Right?
That's not a good idea right now. You know, I got a lot. Like I said, I got a lot of things popping off right now. Matter of fact, fuck that. That was fucked up. Why? Yo, man, come on. You know I was just playing about the whole slam the door in your face because I knew you was magical and shit. Like I knew that if I did that, you
come on, like this. Come on, we talking, man. Y'all go check out them channels, man. Well, Shane Dawson doesn't have them videos up right now because he would be canceled into high heaven, and he probably is already canceled. I think this nigga was already canceled. But yeah, my boy Dashy, he still got his shit up here. You feel me? He was doing his thing for a long time. I mean, look, this is 13 years ago. God damn. I mean, classics on your head top. So yeah, I say all of that to say we wasn't really watching. We wasn't watching no damn Pewdiepie. We was watching real classics. And if y'all was watching something else, feel free to get in the comment box and let me know. Maybe you niggas were watching Pewdiepie, but not me, my nigga. So yeah, get in the comment box, tell us what you niggas was watching. I was watching the classics. Y'all gotta come on. The Mortal Kombat videos. Dashy just got so many. My boy even did a video with Reese Witherspoon's son. So, and before he died, both of them. He did a video with both of them. So yeah, he got some classics in there. Y'all definitely got it. And he's a legend in the YouTube space. So you got to give your hats off to the people who's still pushing and still doing their thing. He mostly does the gaming, like I said. Now, kind of switched over to that, but I think he does drop a little skit every now and then. So it's nice to see him drop a skit and bless the people with some nostalgia every now and then, because yeah, he used to really have me dying. You know, those after school days, you know what I'm saying? You chilling, you getting a little something to eat, getting a little snack after school, you kicked up, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you gaming, you watching some Dashy videos, whatever. Yeah, it was good times. So yeah, he was definitely part of that. A lot of people was definitely part of that, but Pewdiepie, I don't know. But you guys let me know. That is pretty much all I have for you guys today here in the Doja Room. It's a good episode. And a lot to talk about here today. So yeah, I thank you guys for stopping through. If you made it this far in the video, we definitely appreciate you giving the video a like, subscribe if you aren't already. If you watched this far, you might as well just go ahead and subscribe, man, and go ahead and leave a comment saying that you've watched this far in the video. Also, like I said, you can follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on X, where I'm very active at, and get at me there. If you'd like to be on the Doja Room, if you disagree with anything that you heard here today and you want to give a little bit of pushback, then I always invite anybody to step up to the plate and come through in the Doja Room. So come on through. It's at Dope Boy Diesel. You can go ahead and message me if that's something that you guys want to do. Yeah, and support the rest of the content. We got more content coming through the channel, as I've said. So I got some real special stuff planned, some things just to keep the ball rolling. Yeah, I think that is about it. But yeah, I appreciate you guys, everybody who's been subscribing to the channel, all my newcomers. Yeah, we appreciate you guys too. A good 95% of you guys who watching are not yet subscribed to the channel. So please go ahead and subscribe, like the video to push us further in the YouTube algorithm, and go ahead and hit that bell notification so that you can get notified every time I drop a video. It's very important. So yeah, thank you for stopping into the Doja Room. Hope you had a great time rolling up and talking with us, and we'll be back again the next time it's time to talk our shit. You guys have a good one.
Yeah. Hey, this that special sauce. Spill that drip, I wipe it off. $1 million worth of game. Can't